and a picture, but I've never seen anyone. I know what you look like, but everyone else, I'm just like, who are these people in my address book? And it's actually, I thought it was just like, these are the top recommended people, but apparently, these are people that
That's
I know.
what people actually look like that you've
And
had
they have
contact with
names.
for years. Who gave these people names?
I don't know.
That's
I don't know.
wild.
And that's why I think the app is going to fail.
Building network is hard even when you have access to an address book. It is. And every one of these applications experiences that, right? Path went through that. And Path went through the missteps of just simply sending out messages to everyone in your address book saying, come and join. And that's what prompted iOS to say, you have to allow permission first.
Right. Right. Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
But the nice thing, the reason I switched to Path for a while was I was tired of that openness of Facebook. I was tired of sharing everything with everyone in the world.
Right.
And Path said, hey, 50 friends. Like, well, do I even have 50 friends? 50 friends. And that's your limit. I'm like, okay, I'll be very selective. And then, of course, they opened it up over time. But I like the closed nature of Path. And it was launched at the right time when people had sort of run the whole Facebook, Twitter. Yeah, let's all, let's share everything with everyone. And it was just, I had reached saturation point with that. And Path came along at the right time.
Yes, it did at that moment. Now, I want to mention, because you mentioned Wire, there is an application called Taco. And Taco is by Mitch Kapor, who was behind... No, not Mitch Kapor. Ray Ozzie, I believe, who was behind Lotus 123.
Okay, all right.
And it has. I've never actually used it, but I'm opening it now, and it
Is it spelled T-A-C-O?
Talko.
Oh, Talco. Okay,
Yes.
Talco.
Forgive me, I spoke imprecisely.
That's kind of right. I
But
do it all the
it's
time.
one of these kinds of things that wants to incorporate all of those different types of messages, voice, call, adding to group, not group kind of thing. And it's come up, and it's already put people from an address book, apparently,
Oh, people with real names. More
with
people
real names and photos. And I can identify one of those persons by their name and photos, but the others, I know people with those names, but I know more than one of them with those names. I can't be sure at all.
I tell you what I found interesting is that a lot of people in my address book have very German-sounding names.
Really?
Yes.
Germanic names.
Germanic names. And I'm like, wait a minute, who has two K's in their name? Like, who are these people?
How did they get in my address book?
Yeah. Have I been hacked?
Cool.
So, and I just downloaded Taco. Actually.
What is the other app that I noticed, I think, that was alongside Mixler?
Yes. The story behind that?
What is Mixler?
Mixler, I think, is a live podcasting app.
Really?
And
Does it
I don't know
work?
why it does. Actually, it does. It works very well. I downloaded it because a friend of mine uses it. He has a podcast, and he's the only person that I follow on the app, or in the app.
Okay, but you have to follow people in the app?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And I also wanted to use it for my own personal projects when I record podcast, because it records both sides of the audio, the left and the caller and the callee.
Right, it records caller and callee in separate channels?
No, I think it puts it in the same channel. It's actual real stereo.
Okay.
So not like piezo, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's the caller in the left ear and the person that they're speaking to on the right. It's not that sort of split, bizarre two-channel stereo.
I like that bizarre split two-channel, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
When you're working on an audio project and you've got a call like that, and one microphone is good and the other microphone is not as well adjusted, or has bad EQ or has bad volume gain,
Mm-hmm.
the channels are separate, so you can work on one track and repair the audio.
Okay.
And if you don't have them separate, then you are at a vast disadvantage to try and repair the audio.
Right, because then you're adjusting both. I see, that's the purpose.
And if it's awkward as a listener, I understand that. It's possible afterwards, of course, to remix down and pan them so they're both dead center stereo.
Yeah.
Which is essentially monophonic, but it's a far better starting proposition if you can to have them split like that.
Okay, I will keep that in mind.
Cool. Well, thank you very much, Derek. I really appreciate
Sure.
you giving me the time to talk about this.
Let me see if I have anything else that might be of interest. I have GarageBand, SwiftKey. What else do I use quite often? I actually use the clock function a lot.
Really? Tell me about that.
I use it every morning, actually. Especially when my phone is plugged in. I make a cup of coffee every morning. I have what's that? Is that a French press? The one where you press your coffee, put the grinds in. So it's 4-minute wait time. So, I put my coffee in, I put the water in, I say, hey Siri, set a 4-minute timer. And so I use Siri every morning to make my coffee with the clock app.
Exactly so. I do that when I'm cooking.
Right. Do you have your phone plugged in that way you can just say, hey Siri, set a timer? Or
No, I'll grab the home button.
Okay. Yeah, I love talking to Siri.
No.
So I make sure.
I use Siri in the car quite a lot.
Oh yeah. Do you have a car? What is it called?
CarPlay?
Yeah.
I do have a CarPlay system now.
Oh, nice.
And almost every interaction in it can be driven by Siri. It works very well.
Excellent. It's about time someone got that right.
I think Apple's done a good job, and I think in the next year or so, it's just going to continue to get better.
Excellent. They need something for my bicycle now. I can talk to my phone while I cycle.
Well, that's... How would you do that? I have a home button that you can strap to your handlebars, and so if you have the home button strapped to your handlebars, you have the phone on an armband and headphones, then that solves it for you, yes.
That would be perfect.
I have that solution. I'll tell you about it offline.
Awesome. And let's see. So I do want to say I think the most beautiful app on my phone would be currently Wire.
Really?
Yeah, I find it, and I open it not to use it, but just to look at it.
Really?
Yeah, because it's so nice. Yeah, and so the few people that have signed up that I follow and that have followed me back, I look at their picture. It's like, oh, that's a really nice photo. And you play around with it. It just looks nice. I like the user interface.
Wild.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've heard that someone opens an app just to look at it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I know you're short for time. I think there are a set of apps that I use when I'm on the train.
Are those different from the apps that you'd use any other time?
Yes. And I actually use Twitch a lot when I'm on the train.
Okay. Tell me about Twitch.
So Twitch is for gamers to stream their gameplay.
Right.
And I don't want to read something. I don't want to listen to a podcast, but I want to watch someone do something. I want to be distracted for my hour train ride. I have my headphones. I pull up Twitch and I'll watch someone play Call of Duty or someone play a game I've never heard of before. Yeah.
Neat.
And that's my time killer when I'm on the train.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. Thank you.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, and
No problem.
have a fantastic day. Your day's just beginning there, I believe.
Yes, it is. It is now 9 a.m. in the morning in Tokyo. The sky is blue. The sun is out. and I'm going to walk to work.
Fantastic. Fantastic. All right. I will talk with you later, sir.
All right. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you.